The Jets.
The New York Jets.
The Jets Ward.
Jets, Jets. What is going on, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of The Jets Ward. I am your host, Ryan Ward. I'm so excited to be back with you guys. If you have been here before, welcome back. You know I love having you guys back. Thank you guys so much for coming back for more. If you are new here, welcome. Whether you're a Jets fan or a fan of another NFL team or just a casual NFL fan, you are always welcome here in the Jets Ward. It is a safe space for you. But guys, I got an interesting one for you guys in this one. So the Jets have fallen to 0-4 on the season after their embarrassing loss. Let's be real. Embarrassing loss to the Miami Dolphins, 27-21 on Monday Night Football. And a lot of the chatter around the NFL right now, especially in with the Jets fans, are the Jets really the worst team in the NFL? What they've been giving us has been an unmitigated disaster. It's been bad coaching. It's been bad effort, awful tackling, players not doing what they're supposed to. The defense has been awful. The offense has been slow to get going. Fields has been up and down. It's been a whole lot of just chaos and issues going into it. Penalties are killing us as well. So what I wanted to do for you guys is really go into the rankings that we have offensively, defensively, special teams wise, and talk about all these things and discuss, are the Jets really as bad as what we're seeing? And honestly, I'll let you guys know my reaction at the end. But first, if the season were to end today, the Jets in the NFL draft would be picking number 2. They're the 31st ranked team in the NFL. The only team worse than them right now is the 0-4 New Orleans Saints. And right now, the Jets GM, Darren Muji, has been seen at college games watching some of the top-end quarterbacks. So could quarterback be somebody that we are looking at? Drew Allar, Dante Moore, Mendoza from Indiana has been rising up the boards. Maher from Oklahoma. Garrett Nussmeier still a name to watch. Sellers, who I'm really high on as well. These are all names that are coming out in this draft class, and it's a very big NFL draft when it comes to quarterbacks. But right now, if we were to be picking, the Jets would be picking number 2 overall. And there have been mock drafts that have come out already that have the Jets taking quarterback from Indiana, Mendoza. I forget what his first name is, but I know his last name is Mendoza. Dom C loves this kid. And from the film that you see on him, and if you are an Indiana fan, a lot of the players are very, very high. A lot of fans are very high on him. He looks like he could be the total package. But right now, the Jets are the 31st ranked team. But going into this first set of stats, we get into the offense. Now, offense, in my opinion, has been one of the, I don't want to say brighter spots, but more of the more upbeat, I guess I would say. Our total offensive rankings, we are ranking 21st in the NFL. Total yards per game, 304.8 yards per game, which not great, but we're 3rd in rushing. We have 144.5 yards per game. Tanner Engstrand, if this Jets team can get it running the ball, if we can get up early, our run game can actually dominate some teams. The Jets in week 1 got it going against Pittsburgh. Fell off against Buffalo. Didn't do great against Tampa Bay, but was also Tyrod Taylor starting and not a big threat to run like Justin Fields is. But then in Miami, the Jets were moving the ball on the ground. I know Miami's defense isn't the best, but the Jets were moving them. The offensive line looked solid. Olu Fashanu looked good. Armand Membu looked solid. We had some different issues before, but the offensive line overall looked great. And Breece Hall was having a day as well. So the running game, and Justin Fields had a big running day as well, having a big rushing touchdown, running over 80 yards rushing. Breece Hall had over 80 yards as well. So the rushing game isn't bad. The problem comes when it comes to passing. We are the 29th ranked passing team, only going for 160.3 yards per game. Now, a lot of the times, the Jets have been down early in these games, so they're forcing the Jets to throw. Justin Fields, one of the biggest knocks against him is, can he be consistent with the football? He has yet to prove that he can be consistent throwing the ball. He's had some flashes of throwing nice passes, had a couple good throws to Garrett Wilson in this last game, but other than that, it's been very ups and down. Mason Taylor finally had a coming out ceremony last night against Miami, looking pretty good against them. Garrett Wilson was being Garrett Wilson. Breece Hall catching some passes out of the backfield. But other than that, one of the biggest concerns is we don't have another receiver, a solid number 2 receiver. We have Allen Lazard, who hasn't shown anything since he's come here and been a New York Jet. Josh Reynolds has been hurt and hasn't really shown anything either. Arian Smith, they're not getting him the ball, and he's making boneheaded mistakes, lining up wrong and not lining up where he's supposed to. Or before the snap goes, he's causing issues. So he hasn't been getting targets. It's just been a complete disaster. Tyler Johnson, when he's been playing, had some major drop issues and wasn't really getting it going. So the Jets are devoid of a number 2 wide receiver. If it's not Garrett Wilson, the tight ends too. Mason Taylor finally got it going. But other than that, we've never seen Stone Smart out there. They have Jelani Woods, who I thought could have been great in this game against Miami. He didn't play. He was a healthy scratch. Jeremy Ruckert had only 1 catch. So this team is built off of running the ball. So when you get down early like the Jets have, it's going to make the offense collapse, in my opinion. But overall, am I down on Tanner Engstrand? Do I think he's a bad OC? No, I think it's still too early. And honestly, if you play back the games, there are receivers getting open. He is scheming these players open. The problem is our quarterbacks, whether it's Justin Fields, whether it's Tyrod, they're not confident in throwing those tight window throws. And we have people wide open. We're just missing them. And that's the biggest issue. And another big issue on this offense is blitz pickup. Miami killed us. Dodson killed us when it came to blitzing. Could not pick up a blitz. Tampa Bay, with Todd Bowles just being a blitz-happy coach, just blitzed the hell out of us. And the only reason we got back in that game was because he called off the dogs. It was rough. Buffalo, when they blitzed against us, couldn't pick it up. It was rough, this blitz pickup. We need to fix that. Tanner Engstrand needs to get his offensive guys together and try to fix this. But right now, the offense, we've proved we can run the ball. It doesn't hurt when you have Justin Fields, who is like another running back there, but can throw. Breece Hall, if he can get it going, this can be pretty fun to watch him. He can be a great receiver out of the backfield and a solid runner. Braylon Allen is now hurt, but he was starting to get it going. Isaiah Davis has shown flashes as well. So we have players on the offense that can get things going, but we are still devoid of talent. Do I blame the offense for a lot of the reason why we're struggling? Honestly, no. Against Buffalo, I'll do that. But in these games, the offense hasn't been awful. Now, I know they're the 21st ranked, but I really don't blame Tanner Engstrand. Yeah, sometimes he gets too cute with the play calling. But overall, I like where his mind's at. I like trying to get the run going early and consistently sticking with it because that's the strength of this offense. And as time goes, I think we're going to bring more talent into that offensive room where he can start opening up that playbook much, much more. And if Justin Fields is the guy to do it, that's great. If we need to draft his guy and see how he can develop a quarterback, we'll see how that goes as well, whoever it may be. But offensively, 21st ranked, not great. But going into the second one, and this one was the one that shocked me. Defensive. Total defense, we are the 20th ranked defense in the NFL. From what I see, what I'm watching with my eyes, watching these games, it looks like we have no freaking idea what we're doing. The defense, wide receivers are always running free. We're giving up 100-yard rushing games. When we're starting to stop the run, we can't get off the field on 3rd and long because of stupid penalties. It's really, really, really frustrating with this defense. And I was a big proponent of bringing Steve Wilks in, but there are people trying to call for his job at this point, saying that he needs to relieve the play calling duties and AG needs to take over. I don't know how much that would help. Honestly, I don't. I think the defense has talent, and we're putting these guys in positions to succeed. But honestly, I think the onus has to be on the players. These coaches can coach them up and do everything they can and make adjustments. They can't be the ones going out there and tackling players. They can't be the ones going out there and stopping penalties, pass interference calls, or roughing the passer calls, holding calls on the defense. We can coach them. They can coach them. And Wilks has proven to be a damn good coach in this league. AG has proven to be a damn good coach in this league. The execution of the players is what the issue is, in my opinion. And yeah, Wilks has not been on the top of his game. But to put it all on him, I think that's not fair. I really don't. Because he's not the one out there missing tackles. He's not Tony Adams whipping, showing no effort out there. He's not Michael Clemens telling Michael Clemens, go in and hit the quarterback after he's thrown the ball and just hit him and leading with your head. What are you going to do? And I understand you're going to say, well, it is coaching. It's coaching. The players have to be held accountable too. They are pro athletes who have been doing this since they were kids. They've been coached up. They've been in this league for a long time, other than the rookies. There are some players on this team who have been here for a while. Sauce Gardner just got paid all of this money, and yet he is looking like an average quarterback out there. Brandon Stevens, they paid him all this money, and he's been a disaster. Andre Sisco has been a very big disappointment to me, in my opinion, because I was really excited when they signed him. Has not worked. Michael Carter II has been a fucking bust at this point. He got paid big money to be a very good slot cornerback, one of the best, highest paid slot cornerbacks in the league. He has been awful this year and now dealing with a concussion. You can put some of the onus on Steve Wilks, but I believe you have to put more of the blame on the players as well, because the only player that's giving effort every single play on that defense is Quinnen Williams. Quincy was doing it too until he got hurt. Jamie Sherwood has to step up and be a leader. There are no leaders on this defense. That's the issue. There are no leaders. And that's the biggest problem. Jamie Sherwood was supposed to be that. Sauce Gardner was supposed to be that. Hell, Quinnen's supposed to be that. Nobody is taking that leadership role. And that is a big issue on the players as well, in my opinion. Rushing defense, we're 25th ranked. We give up an average of 130.5 yards per game. You can't win games if you can't stop the run. And the reason that that's so high is what I'm going to lead into my next point, the passing defense. I was shocked when I saw that the Jets were the 14th ranked passing defense, giving up about 200 yards per game. But the reason that this one is lower and the Jets seem like they're doing better is because the Jets get down so early in these games and so often that the teams just run all over them and gas the defense. When you're getting 3 and outs, when you're getting turnovers, and you're getting down early in these games, the defense, they're going to run. The opposing offense is going to run on you. Dalvin Cook had a great game against us. Bucky Irving had a decent game against us. This past game, Devon Achane had almost 100 yards rushing against us. Ollie Gordon had stuff going for him. Tua Tagovailoa had some big runs. Baker Mayfield in the game before had a big run day rushing. Josh Allen did well against us. There's only so much you can do. The only time this defense was okay in the run game was against Pittsburgh. But the reason that our rush defense is so bad and our pass defense is not as bad on paper is because of the Jets getting down so early in these games. And teams just want to drain the clock, because our offense moves so slow getting down the field. You have to put onus on coaches and on players. And a majority of this, I have to say, watching these games, it's on the players. It really is. And I know people are going to want to fire AG, fire Wilks. These guys have been doing this for many years. When AG first got to Detroit, That defense was not good. That defense was awful. He turned it around, though. Even with banged up players, had players like Kirby Joseph, who no team really wanted, turned him into a stud safety. And he doesn't even look the same since AG isn't there. AG, I feel, is going to get this team right. I'm not out on him yet. I don't think it's fair to be out on this coaching staff yet. At this point, it's only 4 games. Was I broken after this Dolphins game? Yes, and you could see it in my last video and my reaction to the game. But I think it's still too early to be out completely on this coaching staff. If that's what you want to do, that's your fair game for you. It's okay. I'm not going to hold it against you. It's your opinion. Safe space here. But it's only 4 games. I hope AG is going to make some moves because the coaching right now, it's not great, but I don't think it's the major issue with this team. I put a lot of onus on these players. They got to fucking play, man. They got to show heart. They got to be able to tackle. They got to be able to stop giving up on plays as well. The effort most of the time is garbage. But defensively, especially, it's garbage. Jets will score a touchdown. Justin Fields had a 43-yard rushing touchdown to get the Jets back, to get them back in the game last night. Defense, they marched right down the field because of missed tackles, stupid penalties. So that's the defensive rankings. Now, getting into special teams. And special teams, I honestly think, have been very good this year. Now, last game was a disaster. First game, not great with Xavier Gipson. Last game was Isaiah Williams. Not great. But in return yards, the Jets are ranked 3rd with an average of 28 return yards a game, both kickoff and punt return. Kicking, we're 20th. And it had a total of 7 made field goals. The reason is we don't get in scoring position very often to make these kicks. Punting, we are 17th and McNamara, his average is 47.3 yards. I honestly think the special teams unit is much better than people think. I think Chris Banjo has been a shining spot on this defense, and I think they're going to make some changes on here. I don't like that he had Braylon Allen out there kicking, being kick returner, and it came back to bite him because now Braylon Allen is going on the IR and might miss at least 4 games. When you have a player like Jamal Pritchett on your practice squad, or you had a guy in the building already, Donovan Edwards, who is a solid kick returner. We lost him. He's with the Commanders on their practice squad. Banjo, I think, has been getting the special teams unit ready. I think he's been solid with these guys. Perfect? No. But pretty good. I'm happy with what he's doing. But continuing on, one of the biggest issues with this team as well, the Jets are ranked 32nd in turnover differential, meaning they are at a -7 differential, meaning that the Jets have turned the ball over 7 times, and the Jets have not gotten any turnovers on defense. They're the only team in the NFL that has not fallen on a fumble, that has not intercepted the ball, that has not caused a turnover in the NFL. You are not going to win games that way. If you're one of the most heavily penalized teams in the league and you can't turn the ball over and your defense can't stop anybody, you are not going to win games. Now, I think it is a mixture of both coaching and a lot of the players that this team isn't doing great. Is it going to get easier? I don't think so. I think we're as Jets fans, in for a very, very rough year. I would not be shocked if the Dallas Cowboys come in week 5 and bully the Jets. I don't think their defense is very good. The Jets might be able to put some numbers up on them. But that offense, even without CeeDee Lamb, has been scoring 40 points at least. They just tied the Green Bay Packers, who honestly don't have an awful defense. They have a pretty good defense with Micah Parsons leading the charge and Rashawn Gary over there and Keyshawn Dixon as a number 1 cornerback. They actually have a solid defense. and gave up 40 points to the Dallas Cowboys without CeeDee Lamb. George Pickens is a stud still. Kevontae Turpin is a great slot receiver and can be utilized on swing routes and wide receiver rounds. Javonte Williams is looking solid as well. Miles Sanders, being a backup running back, has been solid. Dak Prescott looks fully healthy. He's going to make some plays. The Jets haven't shown anything to prove or give confidence that things are going to turn around. So I asked the question at the beginning, are the Jets the worst team in the NFL? Honestly, I don't think so. I still would choose them over the Saints. I still think the Saints are going to end up with the number 1 overall pick. But it's really hard right now who you choose between the Jets, Titans. The Titans, they're getting blown out in games. Cam Ward has looked bad to the point where one of my good friends who I've had on the channel before, who's a Titans fan, has given up on the Titans. Not even a fan of theirs anymore. Has given up. That's how bad it's been over there for them too, dealing with all this since Vrabel's been gone. Jets fans are a very loyal bunch, and we can deal with a lot. We've dealt with a lot for years. Are the Jets the worst team in the NFL? My opinion, no. Are we close to it, though? Yeah. We're not greatly coached at this point. The players aren't giving it up their all. The players that are supposed to be leaders haven't been stepping up other than Garrett Wilson. Justin Fields is a quiet leader, but even he's been very inconsistent. The defense has been non-existent. You see the rankings. The Jets, they're just a bad football team and not a bright football team either. Matt O'Leary on his video said he called the Jets a dumb team, and they are. How do you have 13 penalties, over 100 yards in a game when the biggest thing that AG has talked about every game, can't shoot ourselves in the foot? And then we go out and have an illegal formation, false starts, just dumb penalties that set you back, especially when you're moving on offense. So you can let me know what you think down in the comments. Are the Jets the worst team in the NFL in your opinion? I don't. I think they're one of the worst 3 in the NFL. And I think we're going to be having a top 5 pick this year. But am I out on the head coach? No. I think you still got to give AG time. Am I out on the offensive coordinator? No. I actually like Tanner Engstrand. I think he's done a solid job with what he's been given. Am I out on Wilks? It's a tough one with him, but I put a lot of onus on those players too. The effort they've given on that defense, not good enough. So I'm not out on Wilks either. Not out on Banjo. I think we got to give this staff a year, see what they can do, any adjustments, bring more of their guys in. And there's players out there that I think are their type of players, and I'll mention that in a later video. But right now, Jets, right now ranked in the NFL, are the 31st worst team. Would pick number 2 overall. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for any updates of when I post videos as well. I appreciate all of you guys showing your support, the comments. I love responding to the comments in here, no matter positive, negative, whatever you want to feel. Any fans of other teams want to chime in as well. I love hearing from you guys too. Always happy to talk about other teams as well. And again, thank you guys so much for joining me in the JETS Jets Ward. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
The Jets Ward.